Yes, it was massively. So I was really nervous before we went in because I thought it's all very well having a debate, but we actually need a conclusion and some action taken on it. And that seems to have leaped forward. So at the end of the debate, the Minister spoke to me and we are looking to arrange a meeting, which I need to look at my emails. I haven't had a chance today, but we're looking to line up a meeting.
It's been a long time coming. Did you feel like it's progressing? Do you feel like you're heading to the point where you're going to get some answers?
Yes, I do actually. For the first time ever, it seemed like every time I've tried to achieve something before, it's been a stumbling block and a brick wall that we've had to overcome. And yesterday was the first time. There were 5 other bereaved parents with me. As we left, we said that's the first time we feel like we're actually one step closer to obtaining our children's data.
Some people may be wondering, as regards to getting Jules's information, you could have got a court order. Is that something you followed?
Well, it's not that easy. So because Jules's inquest had been closed, the only way I can obtain the data is to reopen his inquest. So I'm going down that route at the moment because it's changed the law. I don't know how long it will take to go through for Jules, but it will help other parents. But for Jules, I have to apply for an Attorney General to approve it. Then we have to go to the High Court. My solicitors quoted that will cost about £86,000, which is far out the reach of most normal families to be able to pay £86,000. And then once we get to the High Court, that would grant, hopefully if they approve it, a new inquest, and at that point the coroner has the powers to demand the information, and that's the only way I can get the access.
I mean, that would just make anybody gulp, wouldn't it? That's just such huge amounts. And also you're finding that there's difficulties...
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it is huge. Difficulties as well between children who are alive and accessing that information and children like yours who have deceased.
So when I first started the debate, I said all parents should have the right, thinking in a parental way, that we all want to protect our children. And it hadn't crossed my mind naively that the parents might be the perpetrators. And so I now do understand that for children that are alive, there needs to be different rules because they do have a right to privacy. And I have no interest in seeing what Jules is saying to one of his school friends. I just want to know, now he's deceased, whether there was somebody strange in his life, whether it was an online challenge. So I think we have to rely on the online safety bill and the changes that are making to protect children, that for children that are alive, we have to count on that.
Ellen, I've got to ask you, 2 years trying to get to this stage. How's it left you emotionally right now?
I come across sometimes as very strong and very driven, which I am, and determined to get answers. But I have days where I'm broken, and it's more than one day. You know, Christmas and New Year were particularly hard for me. It's almost like the grief paralyses you. It's very difficult to lose a child under any circumstances, but to lose a child and not know why he is no longer here, it's incredibly difficult. And those days when I'm paralysed, they do pass. I'm learning that they pass, but it's really difficult.
Well, I think the work you've done to get to this point will glean so much admiration from other parents and people as well. So thank you so much for joining us to talk about it, Ellen.
Thanks, Ellen.
Thank you very much.